Hey, what's up everybody? This is Chicken Possible with Rewards Hunter, back with another Microsoft Rewards punch card guide. Today we're going to be working on the Rewards Weekly set. This is going to be part one of a new series that I'm starting today for the game Wandersong. So we'll talk more about that in just a minute. So we'll start with the Rewards Weekly set. We're going to earn 100 points for that and basically just kind of click on the first link for FIFA 21 to check that game out. We need to earn 3 achievements to complete this weekly set, so that's the main thing we're going to be focusing on here in the game Wandersong. And then we'll have to run 50 searches on the Bing mobile app to complete the bonus punch card. Additionally, we've got the Achieve More, Earn More, which we will grab those 50 points for completing an achievement today. Xbox Hall of Fame, if you're still working on that one and getting your 10,000 gamer score, then these achievements will apply to that as well. So make sure you've got that turned on and you're working on that. Support Boys and Girls Clubs. Additionally, this will be worth 1,000 rewards points. We'll go ahead and activate the punch card here. And we'll have to earn 2 achievements, so each one will be worth basically 500 points towards this punch card. And then we've got a couple other links to click on at the bottom to finish it out and get all 5 green check marks. So we'll do that at the very end of this video. Additionally, you'll probably grab 10 points for completing the weekly quest for getting an achievement in Game Pass if you have not already unlocked that quest. So I believe the total on this would potentially be up to 1,160 points. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get started with the game Wandersong. It is, like I said, available on Game Pass. And the first thing we're going to do when we get started up with this game is we're going to press the Start button and bring up the menu. And I'll talk about the controls and how you work the character in this game in just a second. Basically, he kind of sings his way through the game. So press Start, go up to the credits, and then you're going to, on your controller, you're going to press this button combination in. Left, left bumper, right bumper, up, down, left, right bumper, and A. And basically this is sort of a cheat code that's going to unlock a scene selection or a level selection for us within the game. So now if you press Start, instead of credits at the top, you'll have Scene Select. So we're going to skip to specific parts of the game where we unlock achievements, and we're going to start at Scene 8 with the monsters. So you can just press right on your left stick and move over to Scene 8, and then press A to get started in that scene. And yeah, so we're moving with the left stick over to the right side of the screen, and we're going to encounter our first monster within the game here. And I believe he's a troll, and he kind of blasts you back far over to the left side of the screen. And I'll just talk a little bit about the controls here since it's becoming important at this moment. So basically use your right stick, and whatever direction you move your right stick in, that's the direction that the main character is going to sing in. Now the troll, you can see he's blasting sort of air directly towards us at this point, right? It's coming from right to left. So pay attention to the direction that he's blasting the air at you from. So if he's blasting from, the lower right, you need to shoot your music. You need to sing to the lower right. If he's blasting air from the upper right, then you need to sing to the upper right. And basically you're just trying to work your way towards him, sort of going in opposition to the air that he's blasting at you. And it's always going to be, yellow or orange or kind of the yellowish green there that you need to use to get closer to him. And when you get over to him, then he will talk to you and the witch character that you've got with you, and he'll let you go through. And we will unlock our first of 3 achievements for this game. So you'll see that first achievement unlock here in just a second. I think Wandersong is going to be a good game for us because it has 20 achievements in it, and we can earn them all in about an hour. So we're going to press Start and go up to the top again to the Scene Select, and we're going to move this time to Scene 18, which is going to be the longest scene that we'll work on today. Has a couple different parts to it, but we can knock the whole thing out in probably less than 5 minutes. So as soon as you start out, you'll be with a group of pirates here inside of the ship, and basically whichever direction you sing in is the direction that your boat is going to sail in. And we just want to sail over to the left. There's going to be a big island in the way, so you kind of have to go down below that island and in between a couple of other ones, but keep heading to the left or to the west, and you'll make it over to the Mermaid Ruins, which is where we're trying to get to. And then you can press X and choose Yar or Yes as your choice of whether you want to disembark or not. And then we're just going to start running to the right here on Mermaid Ruins. So this level introduces a new mechanic where you have to do sort of a spin move on your right thumbstick in order to activate some of the puzzles. So whenever you see those little wooden wheels like this I'm walking up to next to me, you basically will just sort of spin on your right stick. And you want to turn these into basically steps to get you up to this next section, and make the far right one go up overly high because it starts to descend as time goes on. We're just going to keep moving to the right, and then we're going to start to go up this staircase to our left. And you'll pass the mermaid statue, and then you'll see that these platforms are not high enough for you to get up to the next level. So each one has a doorway underneath it. We're going to go to the middle doorway and press the X button on our controller to go through that doorway. And so we've got 3 different puzzles to solve here. So here's the first of the 3 puzzles. So move to the right and climb up until you get high enough to where you can get to the first sort of puzzle wheel. And then you have to kind of move down the staircase and keep rotating. You want to rotate in a clockwise direction, so make sure you're kind of moving, from the top to the right as you go down. And if it goes back up to the higher level of the puzzle, you can just climb back up the ladder and continue pushing it down by using that clockwise motion on your right stick. All right, so we're just moving it up to the left, and if you let it go all the way up, you won't actually be able to jump up on top of it. So you want to let it kind of come down just a little bit, jump on top of the block itself, and then do one more rotation to bring you up high enough to get into the door. All right, and then the last bit of this is just to move up the pillar itself. So you'll just hop into that box, rotate to the right, and the pillar should raise up. That's the first of the 3 puzzles we need to solve here. And then you'll go through the doorway, which will take you back out to the bases of the pillars. Okay, now you can do these puzzles in any order. This is just the order I did them in. So I went into the far left door next. And for this puzzle, you want to basically get the right column down as low as you can. It won't touch all the way down to the base, but you can get it to low enough to where you can jump onto it. And then you can basically just sort of jump back and forth until you get up to the left section. And you want to turn that wheel so that the door opens up on the far right side. And now you want the left column to be low enough to jump onto. So we'll just rotate around again and hop back and forth to be able to hop up to the right side, go through that doorway. Definitely the easiest puzzle here. Probably should have done this one first. Oh well. Now we'll just rotate to the right on our right stick and pull up the pillar on the far left. And after that first pillar is completely raised, then you want to just go ahead and go through the door by pressing X. And then we can move on to the third column. So we'll go ahead and press X to go through that doorway. And this one is definitely the trickiest. This one took me multiple attempts. I'm going to show a little bit of my failed attempts here just so you can know what you're in for. It's basically this piece right here, these 2 pieces at the top. So basically you want to move that first section up, move the second wheel up, and then you want to rotate that top one in such a way that it's raised up high enough, basically raised up really high to the right. And again, it took me quite a few attempts, probably spent 2 or 3 minutes trying to get this right. It just didn't want to move into the correct section for me. I don't really have any tips specifically on how to get it to work correctly. Just keep trying. After a minute or so, you should be able to kind of knock it into the right position. And if you do fall down, it's okay. Even if you fall into the water, you basically just respawn right next to where you were working on it. Here's the successful attempt where I knocked it up high enough to be able to go through. And now we can just hop onto this piece and, again, rotate to the right to be able to travel through and up to the doorway. And then we'll rotate around to bring up the final pillar. So there is number 3, and we basically made a bridge to be able to get across this area. And that should be basically all of the puzzles that we need to solve in this game for today. So you've definitely got the hard part out of the way once you've got that barrier moved up out of that position that it was initially in. So we'll move back to the left, again, jump up the steps to get up to the mermaid statue, and then we'll just be able to hop across the pillars to get to the finish area over to the right. And you can just ignore this wheel here and just run on past, move on over to the right. Don't really need to do anything with that one exactly. Not as far as getting achievements anyway. So we'll run up to the crab monster here, and we don't actually even have to do anything because the monster's already dead. So that's very convenient for us. And there is achievement number 2, the Scourge of the Ruins. So we've defeated the boss of the ruins. We didn't really defeat him, but anyway. So press start, go up to the scene select again, and we're going to move on to scene 22, which is called Chaos Castle. So get Chaos Castle started up. And this one's going to be almost just as easy as that crab battle was at the end of that, which wasn't a battle at all. So just walk over to the fish, press X, and he'll talk to you a little bit. And he basically serves as the key to get into the castle, so we'll just move through the conversation and let him unlock the gate for us. And we'll just keep running to the right inside of the castle here. You might be expecting tricky puzzles here, but no. And actually, when you get to this water section, don't worry about trying to dodge the water. I think it's very shallow, so you can just kind of walk through it. When you get to this stairwell here, you're going to hop up and keep moving up to the left. And you'll kind of have to zigzag back and forth to make your way up to the very top of the castle. And this part, you basically have to rotate fairly quickly on your right stick to try to match the waveform that you're seeing up with the waveform that's appearing up in the sky up there. So just kind of rotate quickly for a few seconds, and you should be able to match it up, and that will finish up basically the level for you. So when the other hero appears and the crown falls down, the Bolt from the Blue achievement should unlock for you. And on most of these, you don't even have to finish the level, so you can go ahead at this point and basically start hopping out to the Microsoft Rewards app to finish up the weekly rewards set. All right, so we're just opening up the Microsoft Rewards app now so we can go ahead and get credit for everything. So we'll start by clicking back on the Rewards Weekly set and making sure that we've got check marks on all of the 3 activities. So we already got the FIFA link. We can click here for Achievement Hunter and make sure that they notice that we got all 3 achievements that we needed to get. And then the third piece is to run those 50 searches on Bing. So you can click Get Rewarded once you've done that. And at that point, you should have all 3 green check marks and have your 100 points unlocked for the weekly set. Don't forget to click on Achieve More, Earn More to grab those 50 points for completing an achievement today. Also, like I said, you probably made some progress on the Hall of Fame punch cards, so if you need to do anything with those, then you can go ahead and turn those in, especially the 500 point one. Boys and Girls Clubs of America, we completed 2 achievements, so we should already have green check marks next to those 500 point tasks there. And there are a couple other links to click on the bottom, so if you want to donate some points, you can click on that 4th link to get that check mark. And then the Give with Bing link, you can click on Learn More, and that will take you to the Edge browser. That should do it for that piece right there on Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Like I said, this is part 1 of the Wandersong series, so hopefully we will be working in future weeks. The plan is to get 100% of the achievements in that game, assuming it stays on Game Pass while we're working on these and using up all of the 20 achievements. And we should have 100% of the achievements by the end of this series. So yeah, check back with me for part 2. We'll be continuing with the game and grabbing some more achievements within Wandersong. Thanks for watching, guys. If you found that video helpful, please be sure to click the subscribe button on YouTube and hit that bell for notifications. You can also find links in the description for other social media links of mine. Stay tuned for more Microsoft rewards and achievement guides, and I'll see you in the next one.